Yep, it's another cold winter day. 32 degrees outside. Got the door open, the studio door open, and freezes my dick off. Gotta do what I gotta do for these vape reviews. Today we're gonna be taking a look at a new tank, this SubOhm tank. I'm digging this SubOhm tank. Kind of shaped weird, but I like it. I like it because it's different. Some of you vapors out there probably gonna think it's ugly, but like I said, I'm so used to seeing the same shit over and over and over again, man. And when I see something like this, it's a breath of fresh air. Today we're gonna be taking a look at this Owl SubOhm tank. And one thing I really like about it, other than the shape, other than the drip tip, is it's got top airflow, baby. It ain't gonna ever leak. This is a SubOhm tank. You're never gonna have to worry about leaking. Ever. There is a downfall to it though, because it's got top airflow. You're gonna see this in the close-ups. The design, it takes up a lot of room. And because it takes up a lot of room, it's not gonna hold as much juice. It holds like 4 mils of juice. 4 mils of juice in bubble tank mode and 3 mils of juice in just regular straight glass tube mode. That's the biggest downfall to this tank. But to me, that don't matter. The vape I get off this, the airflow I get off this, the flavor I get off these coils are great. When you break these coils in, these are not the type of coils that you're gonna be vaping right away like the Falcon and get full-on flavor. You're gonna have to break them in. It's like half a tank to break them in. But like I said, once you break these mother chuckers in, you're gonna get a flavor. Another thing with this, the airflow, it's different. It's got some restriction to it, almost like turbulence. This is one of those type of airflows. To me, it's bomb diggity dom dom. I love me a little bit of turbulence, but at the same time, still smooth. That's how this is. Airflow I got in this tank right now is about halfway open. Juice I'm rocking in this tank is called Rainbow Nuggets. It's a Fruity Pebble style vape with vanilla ice cream. If you never had Fruity Pebble style e-juice, it's good. And you can get it on over at vapetrick.com, VAPETRIK. Use code VIP to get 10% off everything. Capital V, capital I, capital P. Like I said, 10% you gonna get off everything. Oh yeah, and I got the outtake sitting on the Mag Grip mod by Smock Vapor at 54 watts. You know, let's go. Oh man. Just letting you guys know, I've already put 2 tanks through this coil head and it is like, wow. It's in its prime, baby. Full on flavor, A flavor. And the way this drip tip feels, look at it. It's all rounded. It's got this rounded 810 resin tip. You gonna see this. It's so damn comfortable. It's like fitting a suppository in your lips. A butthole suppository. Ooh. I'm just kidding. This Rainbow Nuggets is on point today. Fruity Pebbles with a touch of that ice cream. How do you go beat that on a cold winter day? Okie dokie pokey. So here's the packaging. This Owl tank comes in from Advken. Inside that packaging, of course, you're going to receive your Owl tank, an extra mesh coil head, you get an additional straight glass tube, a packet of extra O-rings, ooh, you get this brown terry cloth, and last but certainly not least comes with an informational card. The 8 different color options I've seen for this puppy chucker is this purple, a heat-treated rainbow option, gold, cobalt blue, coffee, green, matte gunmetal, and stainless. So the matte gunmetal and the stainless are the only 2 that have the ultim tip. All the rest of them have a matchy-matchy resin tip. The Owl tank's primarily made of stainless steel, guys. She's 25 millimeter in width down the base and about 45 millimeter in length. As you guys can see, it bulges. It's kind of a bulgy tank that dives down to get smaller at the base. Now, in my opinion, if it went straight down, I think it'd be better because all these mods nowadays have center 510 connections. So if this were like 27 millimeter, maybe even 28 millimeter, I think it would have been great. And it would have hold more juice. At the base, she's got a slightly protruding gold-plated 510 pin. Threads are obviously nice and smooth. And also at the base, it says Advken. Yeah, buddy, a SubOhm tank with top airflow. You got 1 slot on one side, 1 slot on the other. Here's your adjustable airflow ring. It spins in 360. Perfect amount of restrictionness if you ask me. And whatever you adjust on this side, it's going to be the same on this side. Like I said, all the color options except the matte gunmetal and the stainless steel have a matchy-matchy resin tip. And the matchy-matchy resin tips are kind of rounded. And I like it. Super comfy tip. All this is going to be subjective. But as you guys can see in there, it's got a nice size O-ring. And this is compatible with all the 810 drip tips that I own. Just to give you guys an example, here's a Gold Flake 810 tip that did not come with this tank. And it looks a tits. Fits good. Like I said, though, I love the matchy-matchy resin rounded drip tip that comes with this, man. It looks good in my opinion. All this is going to be subjective and it is super duper comfy. I will state, it's a bitch to get out just because the way it's shaped. You got to get your fingernail in here. Yeah, it's kind of a bitch. But you know what? When it juices up, it's a lot easier to get out. She's got top slide fill. Okay, you see that little arrow? You just whoop. Perfect amount of restrictiveness. And I do like how it indents too. One thing I do wish about this thing is I wish it had a hole in the center. Because if you're using thick juices and you go to fill this thing real fast, it'll cover up the slot. Not enough air will be able to escape. So a hole down in there would have been a lot better. When you're done filling her up, you just whoop. And with the bubble tank, it holds 4 mils of juice. And with the straight glass tube, it holds 3 mils of juice. Go ahead and unscrew the base and the coil from the rest of this tank. And if you look, you got one slot over here, one slot over here. That's the top airflow. That's where it comes from, the top all the way down here, and then it goes underneath through the coil head. And if we take the tank off, you can see it says OWL on one side and you got the OWL logo on the other. And once again, if we look down here, we got the slots. Inside there, that's where the coil head sits. You got a little seal in there to seal everything up. And this little slot right in here, okay, that's where you fill it. That's where the fill port is. But I think the reason why it doesn't hold that much juice compared to most other SubOhm tanks out there is because it's got top airflow and it's the way it's designed. But you know what? Because the way this thing is designed, not having to worry about any leaking ever, I could deal with 4 mils of e-liquid. So once again, here's the base section and the coil head. You see these little slots down at the base? Okay, two big old slots wrapped around the base. That's where the airflow enters in and up through the coil head. See there? That's one slot on one side, one slot on the other. And look how clean those freaking threads are, man. So the coil that comes pre-installed into this puppy chucker is the 0.2 ohmer, 50 to 70 watts recommended. And of course, you got your organic cotton feed slots around the outside. And if we look inside here, you got your big old macro mesh coil. And here's the other coil that comes with this, the 0.16, 60 to 80 watts recommended. It's got more of a concave to it. And out of the two coil heads, I like the 0.2 better, but this one vapes, I mean, it's pretty darn close. You got your organic cotton feed slots around the outside, and then on the inside, another big old macro mesh coil with organic cotton. Of course, today I'm gonna be rocking the 0.2 ohm coil head because that's the one I prefer. Go ahead and juice her up just a little bit. Screw her back together. Make sure she's nice and tight. Find that arrow and then fill her up. Adjust my airflow to my preferred, and we ready to go with this Mochoco. Price point. I'm seeing this thing sell online anywhere between 30 and 35 bucks. You know me. I'll post a link down in the description of the site that I know of that is credible, that is carrying it. Now on to the big question, the big answer today. Hey, rip. Which one of you vapors out there is going to benefit from this bad boy the most? Definitely going to benefit that vapor looking for a weird looking SubOhm tank, baby. Weird looking SubOhm tank with top airflow. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, liked it, found it entertaining and helpful. If you did like it, well then hit that like button. Let me know that you care and share it for all your friends to see. And if you want to see some more of this guy, well then go on to sub for more. This is Rip Trippers, and remember, smoking is dead, vaping is the future is now.